Good morning, Taurus singles, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions, okay? I hope you guys are enjoying your birthday period. So, what I like to do for you guys in this reading is basically, this is exclusively a singles reading, okay? So, what I'd like to do is to discuss three important points here. First, I'd like to share with you an old pattern or belief system that or a tendency that I feel that many of you are clinging to. And this card is going to give us the reason why many of you haven't really found that um, lasting relationship that you're seeking. Secondly, I like to discuss something, an energy that lies dormant within you, or one that you may have overlooked or taken for granted. hmm And what this energy of this card that I'm going to select is going to urge you to express the energy a bit more openly. And last but not least, I'm going to give you some actions that you could consider taking to really move you in the direction that you would want to go in. So I'm going to go on and shuffle up these cards here, and I'm going to select a few cards to kind of get an indication of what I'm seeing for you guys in terms of your romantic situation. So, Spirit, give me some messages here for Taurus, ladies and gentlemen here. Okay, let's first look at what we're seeing here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we have Soulmates, all right, which is a good card here. And we also have Forgiveness. I selected two cards. So these are the energies that are seeming to coming into you. So let's start with Soulmates. Okay, so with Soulmates, it's kind of seeing here that, you know, you guys could really attract the love that you're seeking here, but this card is suggesting that you maybe have not been authentic or true to yourself in the past. And this card is asking you to be unashamedly yourself, to thine own self be true, and understand that the key to really attracting um, a soulmate is very important here. Being very authentic without pretenses and just be yourself, and that would allow you to attract that soulmate that you're seeking. But it seems that you're going to have to forgive. It looks like a lot of you are still harboring some type of guilt, or you're still having some resentment that I'm feeling with perhaps someone with whom you've dealt with in the past. So this is signaling to you that you really need to forgive someone here, even yourself. Some of you might even want to, you may be even upset with God here. So it's time for forgiveness, because this is suggesting that you're not going to be able to attract your true soulmate until you do. That I'm getting here. And you have to stop putting on pretenses. Okay, this card is telling you, forgive yourself here. Okay, because again, it seems to be blocking your progress. And holding on to various resentments here is not going to move you forward in the way that many of you will want here. Okay, so now let's look at a potential block or something that you're clinging to extremely too much, ladies and gentlemen, that um, might be holding you back a bit, and it may be blocking your success. Excuse me. Okay, we have connection. All right. So with connection there, I'm kind of seeing here that many of you seem to go into a situation with a need to be appreciated or understood. And it's okay about that, but I feel that you need to work on your communication skills a bit more here. All right. Perhaps in your previous relationships, you might have been a bit too judgmental in getting here. And maybe when you guys are listening to your partners, you're listening to understand. I'm sorry, you're listening to respond, not to understand. And that creates a lot of problems here. All right. So it's time that you consider speaking your truth more, but try to unlearn some of the ways that you've recently communicated or you've been communicating to a potential partner here. All right. So now let's look at a few another energy here that you can kind of bring into your life as well here that needs to be brought in, and somehow the energy of this card has been diminished or you've just overlooked it in some way. We have self-respect here. So many of you already know what that means here. So as that suggesting is that you have to really stop compromising your self-respect here in your pursuit, for love or either stability here I'm getting. And I'm seeing that many of you have, you know how to respect yourself, but when it comes to a romantic situation, sometimes you guys just do things foolishly, I'm feeling, in your pursuit for love. You're not really respecting yourself. So this card is telling you to have a bit more integrity. All right. So now let's move on and look at a few actions that you guys might consider also taking in order to move you forward in the direction that you're going. I selected two cards here. We have both boundaries and we have the garden. So with the boundary card, of course, that card is suggesting that you might consider setting appropriate boundaries. You know, maybe you haven't established firm boundaries in previous relationship because you've relinquished your self-respect here. Okay, you need to know your worth, and you need to let your yes be yes and your no to be no. You got to stop being a pushover, I'm getting here, and stop entering relationships contrary to what you really believe in is true for you. Again, it goes back to having self-respect here. Okay? And stop doing things just to satisfy the whims of others here. So you have to set boundaries, appropriate boundaries from the onset here, because it seems that you guys are going to be meeting people. So get rid of these pretenses. You don't have to, put up a front to attract someone. Be yourself. This is what your reading is really stressing here. And then you have the garden there. So this card is all about trusting, okay? And finding a new approach to doing things here. Trust your intuition here to help assist you move in a direction that many of you are trying to move in, okay? So in keeping along with that, I'm going to go on and just give you some additional actions that you might consider taking in order to manifest this soulmate connection that many of you are seeking here. So I'm going to shuffle these cards. So Spirit, what additional actions might Taurus consider taking in their pursuit for this soulmate type connection that seems that it's possible here? Okay? What additional actions could they consider taking? Okay. Again, honor your feelings. I can't stress it enough here. Be true to yourself here. Okay? Which is what that card is saying here. It's time that, again, you trust and attune to the divine here. And be still so that you can get the messages that you need here in order to help you make the best informed decisions here. Okay? When you're entering relationship or romantic situations, try to unleash your kindest self a bit more. Okay? Again, stop judging things so quickly until you really know all sides. Again, listen to be heard, not to respond. All right? Again, keep it real. The cards are really saying the same thing. Be authentic. Just be you. It's very important here. All right? Again, be humble. Be very humble in your approach. And last but not least with these cards, go deeper. Some of you may need to just take an introspective look into your situation to see what it is that you really want in the way of a relationship. And once you figure that out, you're able to manifest your best connection here. All right? So I'm going to go on and get out another deck here to kind of give you a few other things that you might want to consider either surrendering or just letting go here. All right? So Spirit, what additional messages would you like me to share here with Taurus on things that it might want to consider surrendering or letting go in their pursuit for this lasting soulmate connection here. What additional messages, Spirit? Surrender to inner peace. And you can't do that, ladies and gentlemen, until you forgive, because that's what your cards are telling you. So it's time that you cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. Because if you do this in quiet, meditative moments, ladies and gentlemen, it would allow you to receive the answers that you're looking for. Okay? And others certainly, they're going to feel your good vibes too. And your life is going to certainly flow a bit more easily. All right? Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are, in fact, ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that really stop you from opening your heart. And we see what those patterns are with these cards. You guys need to take some steps to forgive someone here. Okay? Surrender to miracles, because they're certain about to happen in your life here. Try to be a bit more open to miracles occurring in your life and really feel and know that these events are in fact going to be real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen here. And last but not least with these cards, surrender to success, ladies and gentlemen, because you are ready to experience the abundance, the soulmate connection that many of you are seeking here. It's time that you stop looking back at previous roadblocks or difficulties that you kind of had to come up against. It's time that you leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So the key here is to embrace change. So in conclusion this morning, I'd like to just leave you with a message meant simply for you. Okay, I'm going to communicate this message to you via a postcard that I have here. Okay, I have the postcard right here, and I'm going to read it as it is written. Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others might want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have. Choose what your heart wants and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever. So Taurus, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. Send me over your comments, and if any of you would like a more personal reading, you can certainly contact me at will.brown@watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your day.